All right, welcome to Steele the Show with Justin Steele and Marty Mush. We got Phil to my left, off camera. I said I'm not even sure if I want him on camera. He's just our gremlin. If you have a big take, Phil, I want you to pop in your head at one point, right?
Word.
And we got Liam producing in the back. Shout out all the tech guys. And we got Justin in studio in Chicago. How we feeling, fella?
In the office. Office is unbelievable. This is show. This is super show. Super show.
We look
really,
like
really appreciative.
professional right now.
We look like we know what we're doing.
Yes, you were a little fuzzy
uh,
last time in like a hotel room. You know, like you looked like you looked like Phil.
And I actually was going to be a little more prepared this time because I think the AirPods weren't the best way for me to go last time. I actually was going to use my gaming headset, my PlayStation headset this past time, but I ended up coming here and this is a lot better than what I had drew up.
This one works. This also happened. You texted me randomly, "Hey, can I come to the office?" I said, "Yeah, sure. Let's figure it out." And shout out everyone setting you up.
Yeah, I was down in the area anyways, and I haven't been here yet. I was looking forward to it. This place is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a lot. They got a lot more things there than us. You know.
And you're at the New York office right now, correct?
Yeah, you've been here. There's no basketball court. No basketball court at all.
I don't think you would want a basketball court, huh?
I would love we got a basketball
are
team.
you? So this might be a tough question for you. Are you more of a hooper or a ball player?
Ball player.
More of a ball player.
Justin, you fucking kidding me? I batted .330 in college. People are not talking about that enough. And I'm 4 for 22 against major league pitching right now.
You got 22. You got 22 at bats.
Yeah.
4 for 22.
Yep. And that, according to my calculations, this is me saying this, has more hits than Jackson Holiday.
He's one hit on the season. He's like 1 for 4.
I don't know my stats. I would like to know how many hits I have, but you can't count the at bats I was bunting.
Okay.
I wasn't a great bunter.
Phil will look that up when as we go. But listen, first episode was I thought fantastic. We were kind of feeling each other out too. You know, it's like we've been friends. We talk, but like on a podcast, let it go. I feel like we're about to let it off the rails today. How was the reception? Would you say the first podcast?
It was great. I got a ton of great feedback. I appreciate everybody on the positive feedback. Everybody back home's listening. My family, my friends, teammates, everyone that's listening has been giving great feedback. They really enjoyed it. It's something a little different than your prototypical podcast, I'd say. So, everyone's been really enjoying it.
Notice I haven't cursed yet.
I will say my mom was like, maybe make it a little more PG rated just because like my nephews and my cousins watching stuff. I was like, it's kind of hard too when you're talking about sports and stuff. Like,
especially with myself, you know, I haven't cursed yet. That's a huge start right there.
I have Justin's hitting stats. You've only hit one season, 2021. That was before DH. And you were 2 for 13 as a hitter.
Ugh.
You've scored 3 runs, struck out 4 times, grounded into 1 double play, which you were probably trying to bunt. Yeah.
It was a bunt. That was what I was saying. You got to take the ones out where I was bunting. Because at bats where I was swinging, I wasn't bad.
You've never laid down a successful bunt.
No, I messed it up every time. I would either barrel it right to the pitcher and have to like sprint to like not get doubled off, or like I screwed it up every time.
I mean, not knowing how to bunt is a good thing. Only losers bunt.
I was swinging.
Yeah,
I was a swinger.
Well, yeah, I have more hits. I have more hits than you, so that's fair.
Yeah, more bats though.
But yeah, so I uploaded the show to Rumble. Went great. You know, Rumble was easy because Rumble's a great platform. The rest were going, and YouTube, I'm like, damn, it's doing pretty well views-wise. For the first episode that no one knew the show was coming, over 1,000 views. I was like, oh, it's pretty good. No comments. And I realized when I did it, because I've never uploaded a show to YouTube before, I did it. I checked the box. It was for kids.
Question, brother. Why are you doing it?
We don't have a full-time producer yet. Like right now we got Liam helping us like the audio, get us set up here. I'm I said that I would take the initiative until we take off here. Showing that I'm a team player at the Barstool world. You know?
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, it's a great question.
I could see you screwing that up.
It's really not rocket
No,
science.
it's not.
You don't seem like someone who's uploading to YouTube regularly.
No, I'm not very tech savvy. But yeah, I uploaded for kids, and the kids have no comments for the kids. So our first episode had no comments on YouTube because
yeah, we didn't want to hear the feedback anyway.
No, yeah, honestly, I was kind of hyped. I'm like, I don't need to see Marty's bald, Marty sucks, the first one. I want to wait this one out. So it was kind of nice. But you got some good feedback, you're saying.
Yeah, I got great feedback. Instagram, people messaging me, family, friends, like everything I got back was great. I really appreciate that. You know, especially being the first one, we really didn't have a ton that we like wrote down and we were going to talk about. Kind of just freeballed it and turned out great. It was a lot of fun and really looking forward to it now.
I know it's exciting. I'm very excited. Let's first get off. Everyone's asking when you're coming back. What's the update? What have you been doing?
Threw a live BP yesterday at Wrigley Field. Felt really good. Felt good to get off the mound again and actually face some hitters and whatnot. I've been keeping my arm and everything up to date. Like I'd never stopped throwing when this injury happened, just so like the process would be a little bit quicker. But yeah, feeling great. I leave Wednesday to go to Arizona. That'll be my first rehab assignment on Friday in Arizona. That'll be 3 innings, and then I'm sure like a 4 inning will follow, and then after that we'll just kind of see where we're at. And
is it usually 2 starts in a rehab?
It depends. It depends on the situation, the player. Like for me, it was a non-arm injury. It's something where like I was able to keep throwing through the process. If it was an arm injury or something like that, guys would usually take time off from throwing, and then you kind of have to build up your arm strength and everything back up to where, like, if you're a reliever, you only got to build up to like 1 or 2 innings, but as a starter, you usually have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 5, and that can usually prolong a return time and whatnot. But through my process, I wanted to make sure I was throwing every day. Right after I did it, I was like still getting out there and like not moving my legs that much, but like I was still throwing and stuff. So once we got to this point, I could just kind of jump right into the rehab assignments.
And we had a little do in our group chat real fast. We're talking about just players and like, when players don't really throw 88 to 92 anymore. And like there's not a lot around anymore.
Phil said that.
And yeah, I know Phil said that. And then Justin just comes back, it's like, I throw 92.
I mean, throwing 92 on the left side is different than throwing 92 on the right side. I mean,
you lefties, man. You know what? Honestly, Justin, do you lefties get so much credit for no reason? What? Just because you throw it a different hand? Like what? Why?
It's a right-handed world, man. It's a right-handed world.
Are you lefty everything?
Everything besides using a gun or something. It's because I'm right-eye dominant.
Yeah.
I can't even blink with it. Like I can't do this. And it's blurry anyway, like it's already blurry. Like this is my good eye, so like I go here.
Well, yeah, lefties just get so much credit for no reason. Oh, they're crafty.
No, we don't. It's a right-handed world. It's a right-handed world. Everything is set up for right-handed people.
But everyone makes it sound so special that you use your left hand. I feel like I could do. If my dad was smart when I was a kid, just everything lefty, I would have been in the league.
Well, you should have done it. If you were left-handed, you would have.
Yeah,
but you're not
so
left-handed.
Put that on the record. If I was lefty, I would be in the major leagues.
There's an alternate universe where you were left-handed and you're hitting 300 in the majors.
Yep, thank you, Phil. That's my guy.
No, there's an alternate universe where he's left-handed and he couldn't hit for shit.
Actually,
there's multiple alternate universes.
Yeah, there's a lot of universes, all right? Let's slow it the fuck down. Justin, actually, I have a good question for you. What do you think I did before Barstool / like what do you think I did? There's 2 answers, and they're very polar opposites.
I'm going to say you worked at a pizza joint. I don't know.
That's honestly what I probably should be doing at the moment. Because I think I would sling pizzas. But my first job was a florist at Home Depot. I know any flower you want. Hydrangeas are my favorite. I fucking perennials, annuals, whatever you elephantias, whatever you need to know about flowers, I'm your guy. Then my next job after that was counterterrorism.
For who?
NYPD.
For New York. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good question.
No, it is. It's just went from pizza shop, flowers, and I worked for counterterrorism.
How did that go?
It went.
What was the day? What was the daily process like in that occupation?
The daily process was I would have I'd be in meetings with the police commissioner. I'd be in meetings these big meetings about all this cyber safety shit.
Are these people listening to you?
No,
or
no,
you
no.
just,
I'm a listener. I didn't have much of
You're
a
a
say.
listener. Okay.
Yeah, there was much. I had to ask for a tie before the meeting. There was no.
Yeah.
But I was I would go to I'd go to fucking public businesses and give active shooter classes. Crazy, really serious shit.
Yeah, that is serious. I don't mean to laugh.
No, it's funny. It's funny that me doing it. It's serious stuff.
It's really funny picturing you giving a instruction course on someone comes in the door with this. You need to get the hell out.
Just go and the thing is, it's you got any questions? It's if I don't know, it's every situation's different, so I'm not sure how to answer your question. If you didn't play baseball, what would your job be?
I would be if I wasn't playing another sport, I would be a streamer, video game streamer. I'm really good at video games.
You would be filling potholes in Mississippi. That's what you would be doing.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Justin, do you have a 99 card in the show?
Yeah.
Is it BP or is it good?
No, I'm really good with it. It's instead of a four seam,
mean?
I made it a cutter.
What are you talking about?
How does it work to get a real 99 in the show?
So in the game MLB The Show, each year it comes out.
I was number one in 2013, but keep going.
What?
I was number one player in 2013, but keep going.
For MLB The Show?
Yeah.
I don't believe you.
I was.
You need a picture, or
I know.
you can't just make claims like that and expect everyone to believe it. I need proof. Anyways, the each year the show comes out. If you're even if you're in minor league or in the big leagues, the show, that whatever company it is, they will give you a 99 overall card, and it's just souped up to the max. It has me sitting 94, 95 when in reality I don't, and it's nasty. Everything's nasty, but it's a lot of fun to use that. It's something pretty cool that MLB The Show does with their players, and you add them. Each player usually posts on Instagram. It helps them out and stuff, so it's good. It's really fun.
I might have to get MLB The Show and just become.
I'm really good at the show.
Do you use yourself a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would too. I'm not gonna make fun of you. I would use myself all the time.
No, I mean it's really cool. It's something. If anyone's in the position to do that, you definitely should.
Are you the only gamer on the team? You run co-op on anyone, or?
I've never seen Phil get so excited about anything.
It's gaming. I like it.
We have some gamers on the team. Jameson Italian plays Fortnite. Me and Bailey play Fortnite. A little bit of Call of Duty. Albert plays a little bit of FIFA. I play a ton of video games. I play Rocket League, Call of Duty, Fortnite, NBA 2K, and I'm I would say decent at all of them. The only thing I'm not good at is Madden. I've never been able to figure out Madden really.
You have no defenses now in Madden. It's too hard.
Yeah. Dude, it's super hard. I don't get it.
Way too hard. I also think that would be best friends with Bellinger, but that's for another different show. Let's talk a little Cubs though. So,
okay.
Michael Busch is just like Babe Ruth.
Yep.
I don't know what's going on with him. This guy's coming out of nowhere. 5 home runs in 5 games. He's whacking the ball. From your point of view,
he realistically could have 9 too, because there was the series in Arizona. He probably hit 3 or 4 to the warning track that everyone in the dugout was on the edge of their seat thinking it might get out. He had one yesterday or the day before at Wrigley that was 104 off the bat at a 28 launch, and that's a home run anywhere.
Yeah.
But the wind at Wrigley just kept it in. So dude's swinging it. He's swinging.
He really is. And how has it been? Because when you're not playing, you kind of get to see everything. You're more almost into it when you're not playing, because it's you don't have to worry about anything about yourself. You're seeing how the team is. How would you guys are hurt as well? You're hurt.
Yeah.
Suzuki's hurt, right?
Yep.
There's a
Dude.
bunch of hurt people.
Yeah, and I mean, you wouldn't be able to notice it, I would say, in the locker room. The morale and just the energy inside the clubhouse has been great all year round. Dude, it's a fun team. It's fun showing up, even being hurt. Like, it's fun showing up to work, talking to the guys each day. Like, I really look forward to it, even if I'm not playing. Like, I can't wait to, like, get back on the field with them and, contribute to wins and stuff. But just the vibe and, the camaraderie in the locker room, everyone gets along, we're eating together and just, the small things that go such a long way. Having the conversations, picking each other up when we're down, the small stuff. Having Jameson back, he was out for a little bit beginning of the season, had the back thing in spring training.
He shoved.
Just having, like, yeah, he pitched well, but, like, I would say for him, dude, like, having him in the dugout, his, dugout chirps, his just talking and just having him around, like, he's such a glue guy for us. Like, everyone, even the position players, everyone, coaches, everyone talks to J-Mo. He's just good vibes, and it's been really good to have him back as well. I mean, the team's a lot of fun.
I'm a huge J-Mo guy. We interviewed him when he was on the Yankees, and he basically taught me. He's like a nerd about coffee, and he just taught me everything.
Big coffee guy.
About
He's my coffee guy.
Yeah. That's what I was supposed to be, but he probably ghosted me at some point. But now we're back. He's on my good side.
He's my coffee guy. He makes coffee every day in the locker room. Like, he has this little setup.
Yeah,
in the
he
locker
like
room,
brings on the road too, right?
Yeah, I'll just go over, pour me a cup, and every now and then I'll, like, Apple Pay him like $2 just because, like, it's like, like.
You're tipping him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad. Like, he's getting beans and, like, getting
Honestly,
the equipment.
I think that's more disrespectful. I think that's more disrespectful. You tipping him $2, getting coffee in the clubhouse than not.
I don't think it's like a tip. It's more so like you're taking time, effort. Like,
did he? No, you're like.
No, he didn't. I just did it.
No, I know, but you're saying the right things. Like, yeah, you just feel bad because he's doing it all. But from an outside perspective, he's running a coffee shop basically at his locker. And he's pouring it. You're like, all right, here's $2, buddy.
No, I mean, dude, coffee beans cost something. Cups,
They do.
everything.
No, they do.
Like, there's stuff that goes into it, and I just feel bad texting him, like, being like, hey, can I have a cup this morning? And he'll be at my locker waiting on me.
That's
like,
that's a great teammate, though.
He's a great teammate. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
That really is great. What's the locker room like? Is there ping pong? You guys more? Is it pitchers more around? What's the game of choice?
Yeah, we have a players' lounge that has, like, a bunch of TVs, so, like, NFL Sundays are nice in there. There's ping pong tables, snacks, like junk food, like stuff for players and whatnot. And right outside of that's the cafeteria. Same thing. There's, like, TVs, whatever we have for the spread that day. The locker room's nice. It's like a big circle. And
I
everyone
like
can
that.
kind of, I would say everyone's connected in the locker room.
You a ping pong guy?
I grew up playing ping pong. I really stopped playing once I kind of got into pro ball, which doesn't really make sense because usually there's a ping pong table everywhere. But me and my brother, we got a ping pong table. I was probably 7 years old, and we played all the time, every day. Me and my brother were super competitive, so we played ping pong all the time growing up, and we had a pool table. So, yeah, I was a big ping pong player. Once I got into pro ball, though, I kind of stopped.
Honestly, it feels like a lot of every sports team has a ping pong table, and I feel like it's the least used thing ever in all of them.
And I don't know why. I loved ping pong growing up, and me and my brother played all the time. But, like,
maybe it's a noise.
And it's in the players' lounge where, like, guys kind of go in there to relax,
talking and
like,
stuff.
Yeah, and, like, you don't want to hear going on while you're trying to have a conversation.
It's got to be like a full-on tournament that everyone's doing. I
think that would be the more appropriate setting. But I really don't play a ton now. But I used to be very good. I don't know if that's one of them things that's acquired. You lose it and you got to regain it, or I don't know.
There was another question. Oh, planes. What's your plane situation on the team? Because Yankees, they would tell me there's some people that just sleep. There's the book readers. There's people that play some cards. There are people that just want to talk. Is that kind of the same thing in the Cubs?
Yes, very much the same thing. We have 2 card games going on every road trip. There's the high rollers, high limits in the back of the plane, and then there's the lower stakes in the front of the plane. They rotate games, whatever games they're playing. Ton of snacks on the flight, which is sick. Everybody gets their own row.
Oh, you get your own?
I'm a veteran at this point. I rip the chair cushion off of the United chair in the first seat. I rip it off, and I use it as a pillow against the window and lay back across the aisle. That's if I go to sleep, that's usually what I'm doing.
Really?
I sleep that way. And then if I'm not sleeping on the flight, I'm usually walking around. I'm watching the poker game or watching whatever basketball, football games on the TV, socializing. I really don't partake in the card games a whole lot. I used to in the minor leagues. I used to love playing like dollar card games on the bus trips in the minor leagues and stuff. But plane rides are awesome. There's always food for us.
That's like the camaraderie right there.
Yeah, like people
Everyone's
love
together.
plane rides. Everyone's together. Everyone is looking forward to like having their time. Like, if I want to take a nap, I can, which is nice. I can do that. Or if I'm hungry, I can eat, or I can socialize. I can do different things. Usually I have Wi-Fi, so you can like be on your phone. It's flights are sick.
Yeah. And last question: I was watching a clip. It was Micah Parsons and Jordan Love. Oh no, it was Jordan Love and an NBA. Giannis's brother. Thanasis, yeah. It was a clip of them, and it was like, football is like, yeah, we have a curfew. There's like, you have to be in here. There's film, then curfew. Then Thanasis was like, oh, you got curfew? It's just whatever. You show up, make sure you're there for the game. That's what the NBA is. Is MLB kind of the same because there's so many fucking games where it's like you can't have a curfew every single night when you're, I don't know. And you also have so many people on the team.
Yeah, there's not a curfew isn't a thing. I'm trying to think if minor leagues, if that was a thing. Like you said, there's so many games. Like there's nobody that's going to be
monitoring.
Monitor that every day.
Like football, so it's you're there. For
it's once you have a game once a week.
Yeah.
You have a game once a week. Like that makes sense too. Like we don't want you out, the weekend that we have a game. Like,
yeah.
So that kind of makes sense. But like there's a game every day. You're in a different city usually every other week. It'd be really hard to have somebody monitor, people doing that. Nobody wants to do that either. Like, guys want to go out and have a dinner with their family. Like, nobody's going to tell them they shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's that kind of situation.
Who's surprised you the most on the Cubs so far, pitching wise? Maybe not surprised, is where it's like
I mean, I would say Shota is a really easy answer, but
tell me something about him. I love him. I am obsessed with Shota.
Dude, he's awesome, man. He's really going like head first into the American culture. Like, I don't know if everybody saw, but he has some guys coming to each start that he has at Wrigley, and they have Shota written on their chest.
Yeah, I saw that.
And they're like lining up in the
Did you see the
outfield.
girl next to them? Like, I did not know she had no idea what she signed up for when she sat next to the Shota guys.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see that part. But yeah, so like he ended up hooking up with Obvious Shirts and like getting them shirts made for when I guess they don't have paint for their bodies or something. I don't know, but he got them like shirts made, brought them on the field. So like Shota's like super into the culture, like wants to be a part of the American culture and everything. So it's really cool to see, and like he has a very vibrant personality. He's always outgoing, trying to have conversations. He's picking up English super well. I know like him and his translator don't even like live together. Like he's going out and like getting coffee by himself. He's trying to learn.
I
like
love
he wants.
That.
Yeah, like he's super into it. Like he's all in on it, dude. It's a lot of fun to see.
Especially Cubs fans, they'll eat that shit up. They will love.
Oh yeah,
especially
they already
pitching
are.
Well,
they already are.
He's a star so fast.
I forget who I was telling. I was like before the season. I was like, this guy is going to be a fan favorite. Like he's putting so much effort into like wanting to know the culture, wanting to connect with the fans. That stuff goes such a long way. Like it's unreal. He's a great guy. I mean, he's obviously a great pitcher. It's been a ton of fun to have him on the team and watch him.
Besides Cubs, we're not going to go through I want everyone to know this show, by the way. We're not going to be like deep diving into every team, every statistic. I can't do that.
I can't either.
I can't sit here. I'm gonna be honest with you, and this is me. I don't care how the Reds are doing right now. I don't. I just don't. I care about my team. I'm now a Cubs fan. Like I watch Cubs games because I want to learn everything about the Cubs they're also fun to watch, but when we do a show, I want to be a Cubs guy because Cubs fans are passionate. Even on Twitter,
I
like,
would
they're
say-
starting
I
to
would
kind
say
of
the
like me. So I'm trying
I would say
to.
the most passionate. The most passionate.
Well, no,
They,
second maybe. Yankee fans are nuts.
But it's different.
Yeah,
a
it
little
is different.
different.
They're
It's a different-
your fans are probably nicer.
Yeah, a lot nicer.
Yeah, well, we're not very nice. I want to rip off Aaron Boone's face at the moment because he moved Anthony Volpe from 6th to 1st in the lineup, and it's ruined him completely. And do you think that actually matters? Because I think it does. When I got moved in the lineup playing whatever college baseball, wherever I played, it messed with my head, my approach, and different things. I can only imagine when you're batting 400 in the 6-hole, and then now you go, and then they move you in the middle, and after maybe 30 at bats he had already, moving the leadoff, and now he's like 3 for 30.
Are you asking if I was being moved in the lineup or as a pitcher? Doesn't matter to me.
I think more as a pitcher, because when I hit,
As a pitcher, I do not care.
it doesn't matter.
Don't care.
You don't care what the lineup is.
I don't care what the lineup is. I mean, there's times I don't even necessarily like. I'm just pitching. Like I'm just.
So that's actually a good
Like, I'm
question.
not-
Do you are you before, say you're playing the Dodgers, right?
Okay.
And it's like, okay, I have Mookie Betts up first, then I have Shohei up second, and Freeman third. Are you just pitching because you know yourself, you know what you need to do?
Yeah, I'm just pitching.
So there's no I know Shohei can't do this. Like, is there more thinking about that, or you're just like I'm shoving to it?
Definitely, I would say there's definitely pitchers who do think in that way and in that sense. I would say I'm more so of a guy that I kind of have my strengths. I'm gonna lean on my strengths. If you're gonna beat me, you're gonna beat me while I'm using my strengths. That's kind of how I like to operate. And
I love that.
yeah, I don't. I mean, I obviously pay attention to who's in the box
Of
and
course.
like understand the situation. Like if it's a 1-run game, runner on second, and the top of the Dodgers, like you said, the top of their order's up. Like I realize I got to be a lot more careful in this situation. I can't just throw a strike over the plate. It needs to be well located. And so you're constantly throughout the game thinking about those kinds of things. But I would say, generally speaking, like I don't worry too much about who's in the box. I kind of like to just go with my plan, do what I want to do, and if I execute my pitch, I like to think most of the time it works out. If it doesn't, on to the next batter.
You're
I'm
also
very, just like,
a psychopath.
I'm very where my feet are.
You're a
Yeah,
psychopath
no.
on the mound, no?
No.
Well, you're screaming and shit a lot, right?
a lot.
I'm giving you.
Not a lot.
I feel like you're screaming a good amount, and I love
If I was
that.
screaming a lot, I'd be exhausted all the time. Just coming off the mound each inning. No, you can't do that. I probably did it like 2 or 3 times last year over 30 starts.
Oh, I guess I only watched those 2.
I really don't. I really don't. I mean, it's like when I do, it's usually like a big moment.
You got to
Like,
feel for it. But I actually appreciate you because I feel like a lot of people are more like everything's methodical. Like I have this pitcher, I have this guy up, I need to hit him, and this is his weakness right here. It's like more. Sometimes when you're just in it, you know how you pitch, and the way you said, if they're gonna beat me, they beat me. That's like because this was my best foot forward. I'm not gonna just try and go off a little bit of their weakness and ruin how I usually pitch.
Yeah, I've tried to pitch like that, and it doesn't really work for me. It definitely works for others. I know people who pitch very well like that, but for me personally, I have a lot more success thinking about it differently.
My next thing I brought up, we did a video on it today. Rockies are bottom of the 9th. Walk-off home run is basically happening.
I saw it.
And then some bastard in skinny jeans and way older. I think he had a beard. Like, he's way too old to be catching, first of all, with 2 hands like this.
Was he lefty or righty?
He was a righty, I believe. Correct?
So he's like
Yeah.
you. So he's like you.
Yeah, he's like me. What is the I'd like the opinion from the entire. First, I want Phil. What's the age you can bring when you stop bringing the glove to the?
I mean, I stopped when I was like 15, 16. I think that's about right.
That's far too old.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's a little too old. I was going to say like 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Justin. 16 years old. You're in 10th grade.
Okay, but I got my
wasn't
I got my glove signed by
16.
Zach Wheeler though.
Yeah, if you can get your glove signed. That's different. That's different.
I think
That's a
it's
little different.
insane. I think it's insane if 16 years old still asking for signatures.
Why? I don't. Dude, I collect sports cars. Why is that ridiculous?
That's different, though. That's different. These people, unless, like, the worst people are the older people that want to sign it. If you genuinely love that person and you want a signature, go for it. But the people that try and sell it right away, like the memorabilia stuff.
That's the dark side of it.
Yes, because I've seen that. People would follow around.
Yeah, I've seen it. I see it all the time.
You see it all the time, yeah. People would follow around Dave all the time.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, Dave would be like, what are you doing? Like, get out of here. Like, you're like 50 years old. I'm not signing your Michigan helmet.
Or they have like their kids do it, so then they can sign
Yes.
it. That's even more
Those are the
fun.
bastards.
Yeah.
They throw out their kids.
Tricking the system.
Yeah. So what age you saying?
I would say 13-ish, but like Phil was saying, if you're getting something signed, like if you want something, like say you have Zach Wheeler's glove or something like it and you want it signed by Zach Wheeler, I totally get that. If you're going to the ball game to catch a home run or a foul ball, like I would say 13, 14 is kind of where it kind of starts getting a little like, maybe you should just try and play baseball. Like,
yes.
you know,
I mean, it's embarrassing to be catching a home run. And also, if you're catching the home run, not giving it
looked
to
like-
a child, it's crazy.
on the actual play itself, it looked like it was gonna go over the fence.
It 100%
right?
was going out.
Yeah,
And
that
interference.
sucks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't have a glove. Like if you're kind of an adult, it's kind of cooler to barehand it.
Yes. Also, if he didn't have a glove, I don't think I'd have a problem with it because it would be more like a reflex. You're right there. It's like, oh, maybe there's sometimes I understand reflexes, but you have a glove as a 40-year-old man running around like this. You're an asshole, and I want that guy to never be allowed to have a glove ever again. They put him on a list, no gloves.
I mean, he should not to just kill this guy, punch him while he's down.
Let's
but
get him.
I mean, he kind of took a homer away from
Yeah.
Stallings, right? It was Stallings that hit it.
Luckily,
right?
they still won, but
Yeah,
still.
like, hey, that's 2 extra bases on OPS. That's like those numbers matter.
That could.
Oh, no, they didn't call it a double. They called it an out.
They called it an out.
Yeah.
An out?
Yeah, that was an out.
What?
How's it an out?
Because they said the fielder could have made a play on it.
What? They call it complete, just out?
Yes.
Now that
The dude would have had to rob the homer. You can't assume he's gonna rob a homer.
They called him out.
Not saying anyone's doing their job wrong here. but I'm just saying.
no. You're right. I mean, that's exactly what it is. You can't assume a guy's going to jump over the fence and Torrey Hunter it. Like it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's insane. But yeah, no, he should not. There should be no gloves.
Wow, I thought he still had the double. I thought they gave him a double for it.
You would think. You would 100%
Wow.
think that.
So that really stinks. From you go from like 0 stats being recorded from having a home run.
Yeah, seriously.
He needs to
End of the
write
year.
something to Stallings. I would say he needs to write something to Stallings like an apology.
He should. He should 100% have to. He should have to work for him as an assistant or something like for free. Yeah.
I'd feel bad. I would feel bad.
Well, yeah, I know you'd feel, but you're giving Tyone $2 for his coffee. You'd feel really bad for this guy randomly working for you. I wanted to ask you too. So Jack Leiter, I made a joke at Jackson Holiday. Listen. Be a rookie with that much expectations very early is brutal, absolutely brutal. Jack Leiter was the first number 1 pick. Holiday was as well, right?
Yes.
Phil,
I think Jack was the
laughing
second
at?
overall. I think Jack was the second overall
So-
pick. I could be wrong.
Phil's is. I'm sorry. What I'm talking
So
about is,
there's
and
the-
Phil's is smirk. When Phil's smirking, he's
So
trolling
this is,
someone.
This is
or
actually like decent baseball news. So remember before the season when Smitty was mad that Phillies got rid of Dollar Dog Night?
yeah.
The Mets just added Dollar Dog Night on their schedule as a troll.
That is huge breaking
Well, we're
news.
facing the Cubs that night too, April 30th. Dollar Dog
okay.
Night.
All right. So against the Cubs, Dollar Dog Night.
Phil, you gonna be there?
I hope so.
I got you if you want to be there, Phil.
I can't believe. Yeah. So you're probably not going to be there.
It'll be pushing it. That'll be right around.
If you're there, I'm definitely going. No, even if
yeah,
you're not.
that'll be. I might be back a little bit later than that,
Yeah.
but it's around that window.
Hey, the Mets play. Maybe we should do that, Justin. Mets play Cubs in June, I believe. Maybe we
Yeah,
do
y'all
that.
should come here. You, Phil, come here and we do an episode here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love that. Let's lock that in, all right, Phil?
I feel like Phil needs to get out of New York sometimes.
Yeah.
I've traveled a bit.
Well, he went to Phil's friends do a trip every year, and one of his friends does a great spread for the Super Bowl. What's his name? Lenny. Great. Does a good spread. But him and his friends, it was a UFC event, which is fine, but they picked Utah to go to. Just as a friend group, I think that's an insane thing to pick.
Let me correct you. We originally went to California for like 2 or 3 days, went to Disney World and explored. Just want to point that out. And then we went to Utah for UFC.
That hurt your
hurt
your argument. You went to Disney World in California.
Wait, I'm about to ask you questions about this. You went to Disney. How old were you?
This is literally last year.
With your friends.
This was less than a year ago.
Yes.
Everyone was on board. Like, y'all didn't want to go.
That's a good question. Was there anyone that was like, well, guys, how old are
Disney
you?
World?
How old are you?
I was 25 at the time, still on my parents' health care.
Are you 26 now?
Yes.
Oh. So was any of the boys like, hey, guys, we don't really do
There's
it.
only 3 of us.
Okay, was any of the boys like,
No,
I don't know.
I think we were at
What did you do? Did you just ride rides?
Yeah,
We
did you
did
take,
rides and we went to like other parts of like Hollywood and stuff, like like a normal like guys trip. And then we
that's just not a normal
That's
guys
not a
trip.
normal.
That's-
It's not
Okay,
gonna
that's
say it's
not
a normal
that's-
guys trip.
That's
at
not a
Disney
normal guys trip.
World.
A normal guys trip is a golf weekend in Scottsdale or wherever golf places are.
Yeah, or if you like, honestly,
or a UFC event.
if they
The
just
UFC
went to
thing was
Utah,
cool.
I actually thought that was a little bit. But if you just went to Utah with UFC event, like maybe we hit the casino or maybe
What casino is in Utah?
I'm sure.
Phil, I'm
like
always on your
everyone-
side. Phil, I'm always on your side. Like
He's a
but-
Phil Stan.
Okay.
I am. But Disney World is not a boys trip. That is a family
All right.
kids vacation.
Also, it's not even like
in my opinion.
Disneyland. Wait, is
mean,
it Disneyland or World?
I forgot.
Yeah, which one was it?
California's Disneyland. I
That's
believe.
Disneyland.
Which is
Okay,
even
that's
worse.
different.
It's a
That-
minor leagues. That's a minor leagues of Disney.
I would say it's different though because that's like a day ballpark. Like you go there for just a day.
Yeah, I guess because Disney, you got like Universal, you got all those.
Like you could just be bored around Disneyland, just be like, I want to go to Disneyland. Like that's a little different. Disney World is like a 3-week vacation thing that you. So
Yeah.
it's a little different if you went to Disneyland. I would say.
I also took that vacation at the right time because Dave bought the company a week later. And if I was on vacation for that, like Bosco, it would have been good.
Do you know anything about Rico Bosco or no?
I know his face. I don't know that much about him.
Okay, you
I know
never
what he looks
seen
like, is
a
what I'm
guy.
saying.
I give hypothetically, if a guy ever threw a high noon can at someone's face, did you ever see that?
No. I
Okay,
haven't
we're
seen
gonna maybe one episode we do a bonus episode of you reviewing Barstool history. I think that'd be a great
be
because you
funny.
probably don't know the
that. Yeah,
craziness
I've
of it.
followed Barstool, but not like super close.
Yeah.
Like
Because Pat Bev kind of he does a podcast here with Roan. It's awesome, and like him finding out things about Barstool, like a Phil, for instance. Like we have so many gremlins walking around here that are just awesome at the same time. Why I need you to figure out. I want to do a whole little episode for you.
Yeah, I think we definitely should. Phil's not a gremlin.
I said gremlin.
Well, you just said you were.
I said gremlin. Justin, he goes.
You just said there's guys like Phil, like just gremlins walking around.
He
It's
kind
like,
of like nodded his head after I said.
I mean,
it.
I appreciate it. I got a job by being a gremlin, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
You're not a gremlin, dude. You're.
But yeah, back to I don't even know how
Jackson
we
Holiday,
got to
because
Jackson.
Dollar Dog Night.
Dollar Dog Night. That's how we got to Disney fucking World. Jack Leiter, Jackson Holiday. Jack Leiter started off, his first inning was good, then got a little dicey at 7 earned runs. Not great, but it's your first start. And then Holiday is like literally, I think, is he like 1 for like,
I think it's like 1 for like 40 or like 1 for 24.
yeah, something not great.
Yeah.
How is like your debut? How would you relate to them as like, cause listen, I just choked away a mini golf tournament going from 10 grand to 3 grand and my heart was beating through my face.
And that's like no pressure at all.
Oh, well, first of all, what? You're gonna tell me there was no pressure
Do
in
you
my
think
mini
there's
golf?
more pressure? Do you think there's more pressure on a mini golf tournament where there's a $7,000 swing, or you worked your whole life to get to the big leagues? Your moment's finally there. You're probably shitting your pants.
I'm gonna be honest. I think
Stop.
mini golf.
Stop. No.
I think it's like no one's judging you off of your first start. Like Leiter's gonna be fine. He's gonna be probably completely
Yes, they are. Everyone's watching.
Mini
And
golf.
everyone's.
There was 60,000 people watching me put a hole through the course because I fucking got so upset that I choked away the last 2 holes. I was basically
60,000 people watching.
yeah, there was a lot. It's crazy.
That's impressive. That's good. That's good.
That's what I'm saying. Barstool's got those people where our fans are the best. That's why we need them to rally around this show, and start. We'll give them some good stuff, you know. But yeah,
It's a tough argument, though. There's not nearly as much pressure. It's a tough argument.
How many
for you
you
You've
think-
had some tough stands where you're like 0-3 at this point.
I'm getting murdered out. This one I actually might have a chance. How many people do you think watched the Texas Rangers Detroit Tigers game that day?
A ton of people were, because it was his debut.
We got to get the ratings. When we can get the ratings, we'll get the ratings, Justin. You know, maybe we'll see. But what was like your experience of like your first? Because you didn't go to college, correct? You went right out of high school.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
that's actually even crazier. But how was your first start?
I remember it was in Milwaukee. I don't really remember who I was facing. Same thing. I was more so just like, I just need to go out here and throw strikes. Like, I don't really care if they hit it. Like, I just want to like get through this as pain-free as possible, just because it's your first one. Like, you just want it to go as smoothly as it possibly can. So I'd say you're kind of more worried about that instead of the performance, what you're actually trying to do itself. That's what I experienced. I can only speak from my experience. But, like, I remember, I ended up pitching well, but definitely looking back on it, I was definitely more worried about, like, just throwing strikes, like, just getting whatever I'm throwing in the zone, like, you know. But now, looking back on it, like, I was definitely not worried about the right things now. So I'm, just worried about getting outs, the right things. But, dude, it's hard because you work your entire life to get to that point of your career. And, I mean, for those two guys, it came so much earlier than it did for me. I have no idea what I would have been thinking, been doing, or, like, what would have been going across my mind as I was on the mound if I would have been making my debut. How old's Jackson? 20, 21?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And also
It's
both
something
of
like
them
that. It's
coming from their dads playing in the league as well, where it's like
yeah.
there's more
So
added pressure to it.
that's a whole nother completely different part of it that I have no idea what comes with it or anything like that. So I'm glad I didn't have to.
That's actually a good point, because yours is like a Cubs fan knows, is this our guy, MLB's debut. Myself,
It's completely
Justin
different.
Steele's pitching today for the first time, I'm like, oh, it's nice for him. But now
It's completely different for those guys because they have so
Everyone's
much hype.
watching.
Everyone knew like where they got drafted, all the stuff that goes around it. Their dads played, they're doing good in the minor leagues. Jackson Holliday's straight to the big leagues in like 2 years. So like there's so much more than just playing baseball that's going with it. And just kind of speaking on my experience, like what I was thinking, and I didn't even have near as much as of that around me.
Mhm.
But and like I said, just the age they're doing it at, I was 25 or 26 when I was, getting into the league, making, starting to start my career at the big league level and stuff. And even at that time, I felt overwhelmed and like wasn't sure of myself and just different things like that. So I can't imagine being 21 to 23, you mature so much and so fast once you're in the big leagues. Like looking back on it, it's just, it's weird. And, both those guys are going to end up having long, storied careers. Everyone knows it. And, it's just part of it. I couldn't imagine having that kind of, spotlight on me.
Yeah.
Like
No,
I
that's
didn't have
true.
any spotlight. I didn't have any spotlight on me at all when I was making my debut. And I was still like just freaking out there.
Yeah, it's your own pressure. Did you have something, Phil?
Yeah.
No.
Totally.
Yeah, it's your own pressure. You don't have was Leiter his dad, the grandpa was in the league too, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah. I play with his cousin, Mark
Really?
Leiter.
Huh.
You haven't heard about this?
What?
You know who Mark Leiter Jr.'s dad is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
But
Mark- Mark Leiter Sr., who also pitched.
Yeah,
in the big leagues.
yeah.
So you do know what I'm talking about. There's two brothers who had two sons who were also.
That's what
pitching
I
in the big
meant. Not the grandpa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
I
the
mixed the grandpa. Yeah,
He might
the
have.
brothers.
He might have.
Maybe
I
the
don't know.
grandpa did. I don't know.
It's like when John Heyman tweeted out, it's like the son of Fernando Tatis, referring to Tatis Jr. It's like, oh, figured that out.
Yes, got that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just a difference because I got called up for a little bit and then I hurt my hamstring and was sent down to get stretched out to become a starter once I got called back up. So I was back in AAA for like a month there. But I would say one of the differences I noticed going kind of big leagues to or AAA to big leagues and then back to AAA, back to the big leagues. Everyone, I would say, for the most part, at the AAA level and even the AA level, probably have the skill set and the talent to play at the big league level. I would say the main difference at the big league level is the consistency and the preparedness on the day-to-day basis of those guys. Like, there's so many guys in the minor leagues that you play with or come across that they can hit the ball 500 feet just like, Barry Bonds or whoever could do it. It was the consistency and, like, the preparedness for the pitcher he was facing or whatever, all that stuff that makes those talented players, makes them the big leaguers that they are. I would say that's kind of the biggest difference, even with on the pitching side of things, is the consistency and the just kind of just awareness of the game at all times is the main jump, the main difference, because there's so many guys in AAA who probably have better stuff than I do, but just like the experience, 7 years in the minors, I've been parts of three seasons in the big leagues now, like just the experience, and there's so much stuff you learn through the process.
And the situation you get put into, like someone,
Yeah,
did you get
exactly.
lucky? Like, did someone get hurt? Not you don't want someone to get hurt, but I'm saying, like,
It was during COVID, so yeah.
Oh, so
I mean,
yeah,
it
you
was
got
during
lucky.
COVID, so like people all the time were going on the COVID IL, just different situations and whatnot. That was how I got called up my first time in 2020. I was only up for 10 days and I didn't pitch. It was like a COVID. Some guys tested positive for COVID, so I got called up for like a emergency situation, and nothing ever happened. So I just got sent down once the guys were healthy again.
now that's
but-
the worst part about baseball. Getting
Yeah, I didn't
up
even
and
pitch.
down. Didn't even pitch. Up and down, up and down. But speaking of AAA, all the minor stuff. So yours is different because you went straight from high school, so they're not going to have you come straight into the MLB.
the
you
big
know?
leagues. Yeah.
But Paul Skeens, everyone's talking about. He's like 7 feet tall. He throws 120,000 miles an hour. Like, he's just a guy that everyone wants to talk about. He actually just went on the McAfee show. It was like, yeah, I have no social media. I know nothing going on. All I want to talk about is baseball. That's all he cares about, which I actually loved sometimes. Sometimes when a
I think
pitcher's
it's
like
very
that,
good for him.
I think it's
I
huge.
think having no social media for a guy like that is very good.
Yes. Do you think rushing him up is smart? Like, what's your thoughts? Like,
He's ready to pitch in the big leagues right now.
100% is. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
he's
now
in
that's
AAA.
where
he's in AAA and he has like a sub 2. So
yeah, but that's
it's
where it
or
gets
sub 1. It's like it's
crazy with the MLB though. Is the
he obviously is kind of at a level where he's pitching very well down there. I think it would be a lot more beneficial for him, not just him, but maybe even the team. And I'm not telling anybody they're doing their job wrong or anything like that. But all I'm saying is the performances he's putting on down there, from personal experience, I would rather be in the big leagues, actually having to face some adversity, actually having to learn things on the fly, because in that scenario, you become the big league pitcher you're wanting to become a lot faster if you're in big league situations and stuff like that. But, dude, he's so much fun to watch. Like, dude, it's dominant stuff. It's 102 breaking balls or falling off the table, change-ups. Dude's got it all. I mean, I'm excited to watch him pitch in the big leagues at some point.
no 100%. That's just where it gets into like teams like
Yeah.
Pirates.
I mean,
The Pirates, like, we're gonna waste them right now if they're not like they don't think they're ready to win. It's all about service time. That's where all the business shit gets into it. Where
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into that because I don't know shit about it. But
I don't
would
even
like.
know that much about it, but I know that it happens and
Yeah,
stuff.
I would
I'm
love
just
to
saying
see it.
my personal opinion, he's ready to pitch in the big leagues.
100%.
The stuff, he has big league pitches, big league arm, big league mentality,
Yeah. Let's go through a couple things here so we end it with. Actually, we're talking. I love this shit.
There was something else. about the automated strike zone. The
Yeah, so
automated
this is a
strike zone.
huge topic in the MLB. Like, this is me talking
Which is weird because we really don't talk about it that much.
Really?
We really don't. We don't talk about it like coming to the big leagues that often. We obviously talk about umpires, the zone on the day-to-day basis when we're in a game and stuff, but we don't talk about the automated strike zone itself coming to the big leagues that much. So
there's two things. One, as I love the human error of baseball. I kind of I understand it sucks. It sucks for the players. Sometimes like today we got Aaron Boone thrown out of the game because of a. Did you see this? A fan was.
I saw a clip of it, but I didn't have the volume all the way
So
up.
basically, Aaron Boone was yelling at the umpire, and the umpire said, "No more, stop that." Aaron Boone stopped. The fan in the first row was screaming still at the umpire.
Gave a good chirp.
And then just threw him out. And because he thought it was Aaron Boone. And he goes, "I don't care who said it, you're out." But like, there's so many things like, was it Galarraga? Was that the no-hitter that he called safe at first? Was that him?
Yeah, man.
Jim Joyce is the guy from Galarraga.
Well, no, I'm saying Galarraga was. I'm not talking about I'm just saying I understand like it sucks, but I think an automated system would be so bad. The only thing I liked, I saw it once with Jason Dominguez in the minors, is you can you have the automated system as well, but when the guy's up at bat and knows it was a ball, he just taps his head. Challenge.
The pitcher can challenge it too.
Right? I actually like that. I think that adds a pretty cool. You should get a certain amount of challenges.
But the pitcher can challenge too, or the catcher, right?
Yes. Okay. Which I love that. But I think I don't think umpires can completely be done.
This is my unthought about opinion on it. I haven't thought about it too entirely much, but it kind of reminds me of like playing MLB The Show. Like there's like a box.
Yeah.
And you're like if it hits the box, it's a strike. If it doesn't, it's a ball. I like the videos I've seen of the challenge system. I think that's really cool. It seems like the fans are really into it as well. The problem with an automated strike zone, and this is, I think, what most MLB players might be coming from, maybe not. Like once you become a electronic strike zone, the plate is a three-dimensional thing. It looks like a home. It looks like a home plate. It's not a piece of paper that's hanging in front of home plate that you're trying to throw it through.
Yep.
Because you can throw breaking balls that end up in the
dirt. I never thought of it like that. That was wild.
You can throw breaking balls that end up in the dirt, but they hit the bottom of the zone. Is that a strike? No, it's not a strike. I'm going to tell you it's not a strike.
It's not a strike.
Okay. But theoretically, by the zone they use,
it could
that
catch
can happen.
That bottom, you're saying.
Yes. And then there's like the whole idea of like, if it's now a three-dimensional thing, like you almost can kind of look at it as a trash can. And like if you drop it, throw it high enough, it drops in the trash. Like this is obviously very extreme, but I'm just saying, like if you start having this electronic strike zone, it's not just up and down in this way. It's like a three-dimensional thing. And guys are like throwing ephus pitches that like are barely hitting the zone, but they're strikes. Like you're completely changing the carpet of the game and like the blueprint of like what baseball is at that point. And you just kind of start getting yourself in like some hairy areas that like weren't there.
No, 100%.
That's kind of my initial. Like I said, I haven't put a ton of thought into this, but like that's kind of where my brain goes. Is like the strike zone now becomes three-dimensional. Like it's not just up, down, and sideways. It's like the home plate is a thing. You know what I'm saying? So like that's kind of how that's where I go with it.
There's just some things in baseball I love when it's like you also have to know when there's an umpire that's favoring the outside corner or favoring the low part. Like you have to adjust, and I like when people have to adjust to it. I like when if you're. This is me saying this again. Angel Hernandez, I love watching him. Because it's insane, like sometimes how bad he is, but he's consistent. And I'm like, this guy he doesn't care. He's amazing with what he does because he just keeps going. And like, is there umpires though that like I know this guy's zone now, or is it kind of just during the game you figure out what his zone is?
So coming up through the minors, you never pay attention to the umpires. In the big leagues, there's so much more emphasis on who the umpires are.
Yeah,
it's crazy. It's something you don't think about coming up through the system.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a huge emphasis on it. Like like guys know who's behind the plate calling balls. and
I should
strikes.
never know
Like,
that. Is my point. As a fan,
Yeah.
I should never
Yeah.
know who these guys like. They're
Yeah.
you just do your job. Like we just know the players, and now the fact that I know anyone's
It's like,
name,
but I mean, it's like refs in the NBA. Like people know
Scott
refs.
Foster, yeah.
Yeah, like people like it's. I'm not gonna bury umpires just because like it's.
No, I don't think you should.
It's a hard job. I would. Screw
It's
it up,
all
too.
negative because if you call a perfect game,
Yeah,
no
they
one
either
says a
don't know
word.
who you are or they hate you.
Yes.
There's like not a good side.
If you're the
to it.
best umpire, that means that you just that's good for you, but they don't care. It's when you really suck.
I wouldn't be against maybe like refs or umpires having post games.
Oh,
I
they
think- I don't-
1,000% should.
But with that, they might should be paid more or paid for doing it.
Yes,
something.
Yes, they should be paid for their media time. But I actually think it'd be very interesting of Angel Hernandez explaining what. Oh, hey, look at this call you made. What's the thoughts on that? If he had a good explanation, I'm like, all right, good for him.
Yeah, I just missed it. Like,
Yeah, I'm sorry, I
like,
missed it, or something
I'm
like
human.
that. Yeah,
Like, I'm a human being.
no, yeah, I love that. But what I meant to bring up, we did not forget about everybody. We started the show. A lot of things moving around. He's in rehab. When he's back on a more of a schedule of like every fifth day, we'll have more of a schedule kind of, and we'll figure out what days we're gonna drop. We're gonna drop this Wednesday, correct? Yes, we're gonna drop this Wednesday. So it gives ourselves a day to make sure we're all good, get everything clipped and everything. But we did give out a giveaway. We did cleats, two cleats signed by you, right? A
2
ball
cleats.
signed by you,
Yep.
and then some Barstool merch signed by the both of us. Those will be the last ones when we see each other. We can give those out.
Can I need a shirt signed by the both of us for my office
Yes.
in my new house in Arizona.
Yeah.
I'll need that. I'll need that for like when I do something at my house.
Yes.
It'll be like in the background.
I love that so much. I love that.
I need that.
But yeah, so what do you want to give away first? You want to give a ball or cleats?
Let's do a ball. A ball would be easiest.
Okay, we're going to give away the ball. Phil, have you gone through? So if anyone doesn't know, so you can still get involved, you have to be subscribed to everything. You have to follow on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, and then also, if you can, leave a nice review. Liam used to be the producer for Pardon My Take for a while. And how it's a big thing when you need those reviews, right?
Yeah.
And you can leave comments now.
Yeah.
Yes, true. Comment on the YouTube.
Comment.
as well.
Yeah, listen, the four of us
We'll
here,
turn
this
them
is some crew we got here. We're going to have fun. We want to keep doing this show. The only way we can keep doing this show is everyone supporting us. We want to do giveaways. So at one point, we can give away game time tickets to a Cubs game, or Justin
Yes,
can give out
yeah.
tickets to his starts or games, whatever. Let's get
BP
some moment.
session.
Yeah,
Like come out for a BP session.
can
or
I come out
something.
for a
Like,
BP session?
Yeah, you need to be in Chicago though.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
We're doing a show together. I think I can get you out for BP.
But we want to keep doing giveaways. We want to do that. But right now, we're going to announce the first winner of the ball. And then if you're listening to this or a new listener, go subscribe to everything, show some proof, and Phil's going to go through it. And next episode, we'll give away our second winner. And we'll keep doing that. So, Phil, do you give the announcement? Show a little excitement to the people, huh?
I may butcher the last name.
Phil, can you get on screen?
Yeah, get on
and do
screen,
this?
huh? Yeah, get on screen. His hands don't work well, Phil. I've seen how he's got weird phalanges.
Wait, hang on. Complicated. All right, we figured it out.
Sick shirt.
Thank you. That's my guy tonight.
Is it Brunson?
Yeah,
I'm riding the Knicks.
By the time
I
this
took the
episode
Knicks.
drops, we'll be up 2-0.
Okay, let's hopefully not clip that for the Knicks fans, but
I took them to win the series.
okay, look at that.
Yeah.
I have the Mavs to win the NBA Finals, by the way.
Do you? That's juicy.
I had
That's
that
juicy.
from the from before the season started, so it's 25-1.
Yeah, that's
bad.
good.
Good value.
Thank you, Phil.
I have our winner. I guess I'm going to probably butcher the last name. Will Dispro WILLDISBROW3. You've won a signed ball.
Is that his at?
That's his at. His
Okay,
name
so
is at. Will
is
Disbro.
is his picture
Is
a
there a
picture of
profile
Ashley
picture?
or is he an egg?
No,
Is he one of your boys?
It's a nice family.
Oh, he's a Cubs fan with a nice family. Look at
Let's
that,
go.
Phil.
You said Will?
Yeah, Will, right?
Will Disbro.
Let's go, Will.
Let's clap it up for Will.
Sick.
He's got a nice Cubs jersey on his in his profile. I thought Phil was going to pick one of his brotherins, you know, like the ones that he's like in Discords at night at 4 a.m. talking about some things.
Will's probably already been to a Chicago game or a Cubs game.
You think,
Yeah.
you think I'd rig this for like my friend Peyton or somebody?
Yes, I actually would. I would. I actually 100% with Peyton would win at you, whoever that is. Oh shit, Phil.
We'll be reaching out to you, Will, to get you the ball. soon.
One day we should just do a breakdown of Phil, like his whole life, you know.
Jeez.
Just a bio.
Um,
Dude, I love Phil. Phil is my fucking spirit
I actually
animal.
said it this morning. I said it makes me laugh how much like you respect Phil, and I love it.
I have the utmost
I
respect
know
for
you
Phil.
do. Like today, you see in the group chat today? Yeah, it's probably really loud right now.
Yeah, someone's
Our
on
office is
fire.
directly on 7th Avenue.
Yeah,
if you
right
didn't know.
next to
Yeah.
MSG. So, in the group chat today, he's like, Phil, tell me it's you can tell me to like mess like just tell me no if you don't want, but can you give some bullet points what we're talking about? It was like the most easy thing.
Yeah,
Like so
it's
that's why how nice you are, like how much you respect Phil's time. I was like, that's my guy right there. I
try to always be aware of like people's time and effort, and like,
No,
I try to.
And that's why I think we get along, because that's the only thing I care about. Even if someone's doing their job, I still want to be like, I know it's for me. I'm sorry if this is annoying you, but can you please do it?
Yeah.
And if you can't, tell me to fuck off. That's really
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
It was simple enough, and we talked about it before. So
Yeah. I also think I cursed a lot less this episode because I did comment to some guys. Like,
I messed up a few times. I gotta
Listen,
work on it too.
No, I can't. I mean, because then
It's hard.
I'll tell you. Let me tell you something. It's gonna be a boring show if I'm.
Yeah, it's not authentic. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
like
not
what
me.
I'm actually
I just-
thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Phil agrees.
Let's end the show. You're a moron.
Me?
Yeah.
Debatable. What you got?
I just want to see what he would say to that. The grizzly bear. Was this in the training room? You said grizzly bear or the mountain lion?
Yeah, I mean, y'all two might be, and my trainer that said that he would rather take on
Smart
a
man.
grizzly bear. No, it's not.
Bro, I can.
Y'all two actually think y'all would have a better chance against a grizzly bear than a mountain lion. One weighs 600 pounds, the other weighs 200 max.
The pounds
A grizzly
mean
bear.
nothing. They mean nothing.
What do you mean it means nothing?
I could
like you
one-
actually have a chance against a mountain lion.
No, you don't. I want you to do when
I
you,
disagree. Like there is people who have taken down mountain lions. Like
Who's taking down mountain lions?
Get on Google. It's
Google?
like you can
Look up
there's
Google. Get on
there-
Google. Phil is Google.
There's people who go on hikes and people who go hunting and
taking
like
them
get
down?
Yes. See, y'all are coddled in this New York office. All y'all know is concrete buildings, and like there's like a wild world out there.
I don't go into.
I grew up in the
world.
woods. I grew up in the woods. All right, like this happens. You have no chance against a grizzly bear. A grizzly bear's paw is the size of your chest. Like it is literally
I can
ragdolling
size
you.
him up, bro.
No, you
He's
can't.
got to
No, you
stand
can't.
up. First of all, I don't. I'm 1-0 in professional.
He's gonna
boxing.
stand up, and you're gonna shit.
Do you understand that? I'm 1-0 in professional boxing.
Dude.
I've won. It's on the record. You're 0-0 probably, if I had to guess. Me, I got a jab that can take this guy out. Don't they get scared once you hit him once?
Well, one way to
A
find out.
lion does.
A
A
lion-
lion does.
I want you. Do you know anything about honey badgers?
As much as the normal person.
Yes. Well, not. And I am not the normal person because I know everything. If you leave your door open, Justin, they'll go in your house, open your fridge, steal your bacon. They are insanely smart. They take on lions. 3 coyotes against one mountain.
They take on what?
They take on lions, but they lost. He lost, you son of a bitch. I didn't slip up there.
How small is a honey badger?
They're ferocious. They are
But
in.
you're 100
Bro,
times the size of a honey badger. Though. But
300
you got to see what I'm
bees.
saying here. You got to see what I'm saying here. You gotta see
300
what I'm saying.
bees stung a honey
Look,
badger.
dude,
And he
all of
passed
the
out.
internet was on my side about this. There's a right side to this.
Did you look up people taking on mountain
I
lions?
could not find a single person that did that with their bare hands. With guns, yes. I'm assuming.
Well,
Not
I
with
could
their
shoot
bare
either
hands.
one of them, but I don't want to. I'm just saying. I just think that.
Here's
also,
another example.
Are bears fast?
Yes, bears are super fast. Here's another example. When you're going on a hike or another, the guides will give you guidance on like what to do if you're approached by a mountain lion. Like if one confronts you, you do this. You can be big, you can be loud, you can scare it off. There's things you can do. They don't give you guidance for if a grizzly bear approaches you because you're screwed. There's like if that bear wants to mess you up, it will. Like you can't outrun it, you can't outmaneuver it. Like it can climb, it can swim faster than you. It can do everything better than you. You're dead.
Bears can swim.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen pictures of bears eating fish?
They literally just swipe their paw into a river and come up with 2 salmon.
I'm just not a listen. I don't know much about animals. I'm a honey badger, nothing.
Well, you're
Or a bird.
arguing with me about it.
Well, yeah, because you, I think, are wrong. I think I could 1-2 step a bear, and it would be like exhausted after. Like you basically are telling me a bear is fat. No,
Well, they are.
600
Fat?
pounds. It's fat. No. How tall are they?
They're like 8 feet, 9 feet.
600, 8 feet. It's like a guy.
When they
who's
stand
like,
on their hind,
it's
when they stand on their
basically like
hind
a guy
legs, they're
who's
huge.
4'9" and it's 400 pounds. You know, it's like the same thing.
It's not the same thing at all.
I'm adding 4 + 4 and 400, 400, 800, 8 feet. I don't know. It sounds the same to me. Also,
You're just being provocative. at
no,
this
I
point.
actually believe I'm way more scared of.
There's no way.
I'm scared of
There's no
lions. Lastly, appetizers are by far not even close.
Oh yeah,
Appetizers
that was
over
another one.
everything.
That was a good one. Appetizers or desserts
I only
for the
even,
rest of your life.
Apps
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts?
That's easy.
yeah. Liam's apps easy. What's
Apps
yours?
easy. Appetizers, you give me like what, mozzarella sticks? And
Well, that's an appetizer.
Dude.
Yeah.
yeah.
Buffalo wings,
Buffalo-
spinach dip.
Yeah.
Spinach.
Dude, apps are
Chips and
like
sauce.
Let's end this show on this. Everyone's electric chair meal. Final meal before you get to chair. What's your meal? You get a.
I don't want the chair.
You get a. You're getting it, Phil. You get a dessert. You get an appetizer. You get a main course and a drink.
So for appetizer, is mac and cheese an appetizer?
Yeah.
that's a side.
Yeah, it's mostly a side.
You can have that
but
as a
I'll have
side.
you give
You
it.
can say it's a side.
Yeah, I'll get it side.
So wait, what's that under? Is that
Side. Just go. Keep going.
mac and cheese, chicken tenders, and
Yeah. That makes sense.
dessert? Just give me like vanilla ice cream, just plain.
That might honestly, I swear to God, might be the worst final meal I've
That's
ever
exactly what I would have thought.
And I thought
Well, I'm
exactly.
having my
that.
chicken with sauces too. Like,
Oh, thank God.
I think I'm
You
just raw dog.
you gotta dip your chicken tendies.
Yeah, exactly.
Imagine being the guard, like, hey man, I'm so sorry. It's your last day. What do you want?
Phil, you use DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything?
Not often. My mother cooks for me.
Oh, sorry, never mind. I was gonna ask what your most. I was gonna ask what your most ordered DoorDash. No, that's sick. I wish my mom still cooked for me. That'd be sick.
Oh fuck, that's funny.
God, I was not trying to put you on blast there. I
No,
was
no.
actually-
Everyone knows that's a thing. People know Phil lives with his mother. He had to watch the dog for like 8 days because his mother went on vacation. It took a long
I was
time.
gonna ask, like, if you're door dashing something, like, what are you door dashing?
Yeah, no, I've asked. Believe me, I've tried to ask him like, "What's the weekend like? What's doing this?" He just says the same thing every time, and I respect it. He knows what he likes. He knows and he does what he does, and it's fantastic. Liam, what's your last meal?
I definitely gotta go steak. Just
Steak?
a big steak. Yeah, and then in appetizer, I don't know. Like, cause at restaurants are usually not as good, but like a good buffalo chicken dip is a
Ooh.
great app.
Okay.
But I feel
I
like
like
a
that.
homemade
Buffalo
one.
chicken,
Yeah. Dessert.
What was your
Trying
drink,
to
by the
think.
way?
He said vanilla ice cream.
He gets that.
You
as
asked
a
me
drink.
what my drink is?
Yeah.
Milk.
Yeah.
You drink milk with mac and cheese?
I mean, if I'm gonna die, I might as well.
True.
Oh, you really love milk that much?
Yeah.
Milk.
Drink? Are you just going like
Sprite? Just a
or
nice,
like
yeah,
are you
like
going
a
alcohol?
I'm going probably, if I had to go alcohol, I'm going old fashioned.
Yeah.
If I'm going drink, like a nice crisp McDonald's Coke.
Yeah. I do it nice like
Yep.
tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin, what's your meal?
I'm having crawfish, boiled crawfish,
Oh.
as my appetizer.
Okay.
God, the buffalo chicken dip did sound good though. That's-
Yeah, you got excited when he said that.
Yeah, I like buffalo chicken dip. As my main course, I'm gonna do a redfish Orleans style prepared fish from Half Shell Oyster House. It's one of my favorite restaurants back home. But
Love that.
redfish Orleans is how it's prepared. It's really good. I'm doing that as my entree, and then another side, I'm doing a hash brown with little cream cheese, onions, and bacon in it. A hash brown from Waffle House.
Wow.
And then
that's
dessert, I'm going sweet potato brulee.
What? Fuck is that?
Sweet potato brulee. It's like a whipped sweet potatoes, and it's caramelized on the top, put in an oven. It's like a creme brulee, and then they put ice cream on top.
Sweet potatoes can count as a dessert.
Yeah, that's just illegal.
Yeah, that's
Sweet
cheap.
potato brulee, definitely a dessert.
I don't think.
That sounds
Honestly,
like cheating.
I don't think there's anyone having that besides you.
Okay, no, you're wrong.
Sounds good. I've never had it. But
It's unbelievable.
Let me ask you a question.
It's
Did you know what penny a la vodka was growing up?
Growing up, no, I learned
That's
that.
insane
once.
to me. People, I didn't real. I thought this was a world
guys,
thing.
I'm not Italian. I'm from.
No, I know.
We're eating like fried squirrel where I grew up.
Yeah, I know. That's actually
that's
why.
like-
actually, can I
that's
do
where I grew
I
up.
gotta do a question. I'm calling someone right now, real fast. That's in your office.
While you're doing this, do we have any voicemails? Do we have enough to do anything?
No, we're
on
gonna do it
that,
next
or-
one. One sec.
Next one.
Brandon, can you hop in? Are you at the office? All right. One sec. You're on Steele the Show, Brandon.
Steele the Show with Justin Steele?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here. I saw you earlier. Tell him I saw him earlier, but he was
can't hear
doing
that
an
motherfucker.
episode.
yeah.
He said you can't hear him, but he said he saw you earlier, but you were doing something. But he said Justin just said that on his death row, his last meal, dessert would be what was it?
Sweet potato brulee.
He said sweet potato brulee.
Oh my God. Well, here's the thing. Justin's from way down there close to the coast, okay? They live life a little differently than we do up in North Mississippi.
100%. I tell everybody that.
They eat shit down there. They eat like alligator guards, testicles. They eat some weird shit down there.
Yes, we do.
Orange County, Mississippi is a different kind of place.
He did say, he's like, yeah. I was like, did you know what penny a la vodka was? He goes, no, I was eating like squirrels and shit.
No, I eat squirrels, but down there they'll eat like armadillo nuts and shit. Orange County's a weird place, man.
Well, Brandon, I appreciate he's laughing right now.
Was he in the office
Yeah, he's in the office.
today?
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw him, but he was
walking
recording.
through
I didn't want to like
Chief,
interrupt.
one of them. He was walking, yeah.
Yeah,
or Eddie.
he said you were recording, so he didn't want to interrupt. But next time,
I want to meet him.
yeah, maybe you could be a guest next time.
Yeah, probably not. But come again.
He'll be in the office more. Don't worry.
Ask him something real quick.
Okay, say it.
How come he didn't go to Mississippi State?
Why didn't you go to Mississippi State?
I was drafted out of high school.
He was drafted out of high school.
Well, I don't give a shit about that. Okay, all right. We'll talk later.
All right, see you, Brandon. We're gonna do voicemails next because this one ran long. We have like 5.
Okay.
There were some good ones because there was one like adjusting the Mississippi. We kind of just did it, Mississippi to like Chicago, like living in a different world. Again, I went to Mississippi. I did not know where I was at. You guys have like dinner at gas stations.
Yeah, some of the best food where I grew up is at gas stations.
Yeah, Brandon said the same thing. It's crazy there. We'll get into all of that. So
Phil was thrown off that I did not know what penne vodka pasta was.
you don't understand
Like,
that's such a thing where I thought was world known.
Yeah,
like,
I grew up in an Italian neighborhood. So.
yeah, like I'm Italian, so like I was everything. That's my meal is penne al vodka with a
Now
chicken
I'm
cutlet.
very familiar. My wife's super Italian, Sicilian.
Oh, so you
to
know
be
everything.
exact.
Yeah.
So now I'm like.
Are you doing like
very-
7 fishes on Christmas? Or?
No, not that.
Okay, so ask her about that, because that's
Okay, I will.
that's for real. That's when the real Italians 7 fishes on. You would love it. It's fantastic.
Sounds like something. Are you throwing fish or something?
No, it's no, it's like eating like 7 different types of fishes on Christmas.
Oh, I thought it was like we have a
Like a-
thing in Pensacola called the mullet toss. I thought
Dude,
maybe it was something like
wait,
that.
Dana's going to that. You know Dana? It's one of my friends at Barstool. I'll show you him. He's actually going to the mullet toss for a video.
Yeah, that's like a big deal where I'm at.
Yeah, so he'll be there. We'll have him report.
That's what we're doing. We're throwing mullets.
He's like, you throwing fish or something? All right, that's the show. That was a fantastic show. We hit a lot of topics.
Great show.
A lot of
Phil,
topics.
rate it. Phil, rate it.
rate
That was a 9 out of 10.
That was better than the first one.
Really? You thought that was better than the first one?
Yeah, we have a better
I
setup.
actually did. I actually thought that was more. We hit everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like us as always hyping ourselves up just in case the people don't. You know.
Well, Phil's gonna give a good, like a true answer. That's why. I
Will you
was
tell
asking.
if it was shitty?
I'd be honest, yeah.
He gave the other one. He gave the other one either a 6.9 or a 7 point
It was
something.
like a 7.3, I think.
Wow.
Something.
So this one
Yeah.
you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right. Phil gave it the stamp, so that means this going viral. This show. We'll let you know the next time we're back. Good luck in your rehab start.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we're definitely coming to Chicago. We have to make that happen.
Have to.
We'll try and
Have
see if
to.
we get a cool setup, maybe to record the pod at the office, maybe even. So I've been to Wrigley once, and it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever been.
Bro,
so.
it's unbelievable. We need to set something up where it's like a day game. You come out for BP, watch the game, and then afterwards we like come to the office, record an episode,
Yes.
like have dinner or something.
Yes.
That'd be like a cool day.
I
Really cool
love
day.
some dinners out there. I went to Bavette's last time. It was very good.
That's good. Good spot. I've heard good things about it.
All right, that's the show. We will see you guys in a week or two.